Living in harmony. Now, this is a topic that really captures my attention. Harmony, by definition, is the combination of simultaneously played musical notes that produce chords and chord progressions that have a very pleasing effect. Like the frequency of two streams match up in a way that produces a pleasing sound. But what even is sound? Sound can be seen or heard rather as vibrations that harmonizes with the vibrations in the air particles that travel through a process known as wave compression. Particles that harmonize instantly and at times bump into each other in the air. This causes the eardrum to vibrate at the same frequency. The eardrum communicates with the auditory nerve that produces an electrical charge that the brain recognizes as sound. So, sound particles are measured as a vibration. Dr. Michio Kaku is a professor at City College of New York and he specializes in the study of theoretical physics. According to Dr. Michio Kaku, the universe is a symphony of vibrating strings. Light particles are known as photons, and these photons travel at a rate of 186,000 miles per second. It's the speed of light. The frequency of the photon vibrations are dependent of the energy of its source. Considering the high rate of speed at which these photons travel, its vibrations appear to us as a wave. Looking at a light wave from a single dimensional perspective could be interpreted as a vibrating string that we can see. So it seems like everything we see and hear consists of energetic vibrations on a microscopic scale. Though everything we see and hear is an energy, and we consciously observe it and we consciously respond to it. Without a doubt, everything we see and hear consciously definitely plays a huge role in our conscious emotions almost immediately. We experience these mood changing sounds and sights, but we're completely oblivious to the fact that they consist of microscopic particles of energy that vibrate in a harmonious fashion. But are there any other energetic vibrations in our lives that change our mood that we are completely oblivious to? Are there any other energies that affect us subconsciously? Well, yes. Have you ever heard of the phrase good vibes? Were they talking about the music they heard or something they seen? Or were they talking about something that was simply felt for no apparent reason? Well, they did, and it gave them a strange feeling for a moment, but this is still such a mystery. What causes this? Well, the limbic system in our brain is a part of our brain that acts as a control center for conscious and subconscious functions. The limbic system consists of the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory, learning, long-term information storage, and spatial reasoning. The limbic system consists of the amygdala, which is responsible for processing emotions, and it also helps attach emotional meaning to our memories. The limbic system also includes the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus plays a major role that helps sustain homeostasis, the ability for the body to maintain relatively consistent conditions. The limbic system also includes the basal ganglia, which facilitates coordination and automatic behaviors such as eye movement, reading. It enhances pleasure. Any damage to this part of the cerebral cortex can cause schizophrenia or cerebral palsy, depression, and many other mental conditions that seem out of your control. The limbic system is also connected to the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for focusing attention, predicting consequences for your own actions, anticipating events in your environment, impulse control, future planning, and coordinating and adjusting complex behaviors. Essentially, the limbic system connects the mind to the body. It makes you, you. Everything about your personality, addictions, body functions, or dysfunctions. This structure covers both sides of the thalamus right under the cerebrum. But what does this have to do with vibrations and energies? Well, everything. Our brain is a complicated and intricate system of nerves that communicates with the use of electrical charges and chemicals called ions. Both of these components are made up of vibrating molecules, and like a light wave or a sound wave, the frequency of these vibrations are dependent on the energy of its source. The higher the energy of the electrical charge has, the stronger the pulse is, which means the healthier our brain function. But where does this source come from? It comes from the rest of the body. Our bodies are vibrating molecular structures in which an individual molecules harmonize to create an average and measurable rate of vibration. Study at Harvard suggests that human whole body fundamental resonance average frequency to be between 5 Hz and 10 Hz. This would suggest that the higher the frequency, the more energetic you are. You can either be more positively energetic or more negatively energetic. This will increase brain activity and function either in a positive way or a negative way. It suggests that you're more positively energetic, and the healthier your body is, the healthier your mind is, and the more negatively energetic you are, the less healthy your body and mind are. But what about these vibes I mentioned earlier? Well, think of ourselves as individual molecules. When we meet someone with a higher or lower vibration, we can sense it, whether it's a negative or positive. When you meet a person that has happy and high energy, they can have high positive vibrations, and we can feel it. We can sense it. Now, we are not one single molecule. We are made up of billions and billions, so our vibrations do not change instantly. We must spend enough time around that person in order for our vibrations to become synchronized in harmony. A sort of meet in the middle harmonic type of frequency. As the saying goes, if you hang around a picnic long enough, you'll eat a sandwich. This is a very real and measurable phenomenon. The higher your frequency, the healthier you become, and the more clear your experiences will become on Earth. This can essentially enable parts of your subconscious brain to be accessible to you with enough practice. There was a phenomenon that happened on December 21st of 2021 called the Great Conjunction, where Jupiter and Saturn had lined up in such a way that their vibrations had become harmonized. The dominant vibrations could have been either planet, and Earth was caught in the wake. The theory goes that Jupiter, Earth, and Saturn were harmonized in the frequency of vibrations which will affect our mood. The results still seem to be a mystery to me today. However, research shows that the coronavirus lockdowns have changed the way Earth vibrates entirely. All the movement across the crust has been stopped for the most part and caused a major shift in its frequency. According to the Royal Observatory of Belgium, seismic vibrations have indicated a wild drop when the lockdown began. This could be a contributing factor in the rise of mental health reports. However, the chart suggests that before the lockdowns there was a sudden rise in frequency in the beginning of February 2020. The interesting effects of vibrations have a big impact on our emotional and physically healthy state, and through the help of love, I believe we can all begin to heal. Being truly loved can raise our spirits, and we can really begin to heal. But like the frequency of the body, this would mean prolonged exposure to a high level of positive energy and making a good attempt to love as much as we possibly can. The entire world could live in a positive, harmonious vibration, and we can all be well and peaceful again. But to do that, we need to be strong, and that journey starts at home with you. To make the world a better home, we must first make our home a better world. So seek wisdom from somewhere and learn what love truly is and apply it every day, every chance you get.